My name is Tim Sutinen from privacyproshop.com. I occasionally browse the F-Droid app store to find apps that might be useful for those of us concerned about digital privacy. My latest find is Safe Space, which makes it easy to store important files securely, or as the app developer calls it, a safe space for your digital valuables. The reason why it is so cool is that it makes encryption of files easy and convenient, and even includes a camera that takes encrypted pictures and video. Safe Space uses Android's app-specific internal storage to store files. This location is already encrypted by the Android system and isn't available to other apps. This video is brought to you by privacyproshop.com, where you can find Nemo Mail, the anonymous email service over Lokinet that hides your true IP address from the email headers, and anonymous VPN service over Lokinet that hides your true IP address from the sites that you visit and even from the VPN provider. That's right. We won't have any idea what your IP address is. When you need to stay anonymous on the internet, privacyproshop.com is a good place to start. Even the payment is anonymous if you use cryptocurrencies. We accept Monero, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and most other common cryptos, along with credit cards and PayPal. Safe Space is also available in Google Play Store, where it gets updated more frequently. Or you can download it directly from GitHub. The F-Droid version is generally a few days or weeks behind the GitHub version. How secure is this app? The author of Safe Space says this about the security of the app. Quote, "It shouldn't be considered as an absolute safe way to store files. The purpose of this app is to create a separate space for valuable and important files for an average user, and must not be considered safe if you are a high-profile target for hackers, crime syndicates, government agencies, and other such organizations." End quote. So if you're just an average Joe looking for an easy way to use file encryption, Safe Space might be something to look at. What are the features of Safe Space? It stores files in a secure location that is not visible to other apps and is secured by device encryption and system authentication, which could be your fingerprint, PIN, or password authentication. It also has multiple failed password protection, which is a fancy name for brute force protection. With Safe Space, you can copy files from unsecure Android storage to the secure Safe Space storage. Of course, make sure you delete the confidential file from your device's own file system after copying it to Safe Space. You can take photographs and shoot videos directly within the Safe Space app. On my Pixel 8, photos are stored in 16:9 aspect ratio. The rear-facing camera takes 9 megapixel images and front-facing camera takes 6 megapixel images. The only adjustment option is using flash. Video gets stored in MP4 format, and you can choose from 480p, 720p, or 1080p resolution. The default resolution is 480p. The only other option is using floodlight. You can create folders within the app and move files to those folders, so everything doesn't have to be in the root of the file system. You can store any file in Safe Space, and it has viewers for images, audio, video, PDFs, and plain text documents. If you need to view a file that has no viewer support within Safe Space, you need to download the file to the standard Android file system and use an Android viewer, or download it to a flash drive and view it with a different device. If the document is sensitive, be sure to delete it after viewing it outside of Safe Space. You can export and import the Safe Space Vault as a zip file to internal or external storage of your device for backup, for instance. This works very well and allows for backup and moving the data from one instance of Safe Space to another. However, this backup file is not encrypted, so make sure it doesn't get in the wrong hands. You can choose a file in Safe Space and share it to another app. While you can't share multiple files at once, you can create a compressed zip archive of a folder with multiple files in it. Obviously, you should trust the app that you're using before you share the confidential file with it. Safe Space is an offline app, so you are solely responsible for backing up the data. Don't blame anyone else if you forget to back up and lose all data. And, of course, it has dark mode option that seems to be important for a lot of folks. So how well does it actually work? On my older Pixel 4a 5G, I haven't had any problems with it. However, my new Pixel 8 has a few bugs when taking photos and video. I usually have to switch between front-facing camera and rear-facing camera a few times before the camera starts to work. It just displays a black window. Also, sometimes the video screen freezes, and when you stop the video recording, Save Space says that the saving of the file failed. Other than that, it's worked really well. Save Space is a fairly new app. Hopefully it'll find a large user base and that the development continues. That's all she wrote. Do you use an encryption app that works well? Sound your opinions in the comments below or send me a message on Session Messenger, the most private messaging system on the planet. My username is Privacy Pro Shop. If you're interested in digital privacy, please check out some of the other videos on this channel, like this one about the top 10 coolest features of GrapheneOS. And, as always, have a happy day.